we should start God willing with 18 minutes of inspiration. Tzfat Chai. Because Shabbos is just in a few minutes. I'm telling you. Just a few. It's right. I mean, I'm sure that from this shiur, I'm just running to the mikveh. My wife is lighting candles, and there you go, Shabbos. But maybe another day, just another hour will pass. We'll get there. I mean, we crave. It's hard. We can't even. I mean, we miss Shabbos so much. The whole week is like just to get to another Shabbat. And you can see it, the week flies, time flies so fast, like unbelievable. And we are expecting another Shabbos, another Shabbos. Okay, the great segula for opening something that you're struggling with is to take your thoughts away from that bothering thing that bothers you when Shabbat gets in. On Shabbat, as I said many times before, you have to consider all your activities as done. Business fixed. Bank account overflowing. Fruits in the barn. The cows are milked. And the milk is already stored in the bottles, ready to be shipped. No missing. Nothing is missing during Shabbat. Shabbos is the fulfillment of all our lackings, because Shabbos is that day. It's not just another day, as the Nativas Shalom, the Slonim Rebbe brings in his Sefer Nativas Shalom. He brings down that Shabbos is not just another day, right? We count 6 days, and then there comes another day of rest, relaxations. Yes, but it's not the quality of the air of Shabbat is a totally separate, different air quality. The dimensions, the physical dimensions on Shabbat are different. The emotional dimensions on Shabbat are different. The spiritual, everything is different. It's not just another day. It's the day of the week that gives life to the whole week and to the whole creation. The Or HaChaim HaKadosh brings down, Rabbi Chaim ben Attar, brings down that Shabbos gives neshama to the world. Can you imagine a body without a soul? We all know what that means, right? Isgadal v'Iskadash. That's a body without a soul. But, so can you imagine a week, Shavua, a week without a soul? It's like a dead crop, dead person, dead thing. Shabbos comes in and gives the neshama, Or HaChaim says. A neshama shel HaShavua. It gives the neshama for the... So therefore, it's like being in that presence of the neshama for the week, for the world, for the universe, for the creation. It's an exception. It's an exception. It's an exceptional day. So I'm going to read to you. Whoever is facing or going through a tsar, a sorrow. Sorry? Ma? I'm okay. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, very good. Thank you. So if someone is facing a trouble, a struggling, a problem, and that's Shabbos comes in, if that person will put his mind away from that sorrow, and he's going to be rejoicing himself. It's not easy. It's very hard. But he's going to rejoice in this pleasure, in the simcha of the Shabbat herself. Then he is assured, according to the Zohar HaKadosh, that he's going to have a complete, huge salvation opening Yeshua beyond Me'al Derech HaTeva, above nature, in the zchut of Shabbos Amalka, Shabbos the Queen. So powerful, so straightforward. And also a sick person, choile, who needs a refuah shleima. God forbid. Hashem will save us from sufferings and from illnesses. If that person will take his mind away from that illness during Shabbat, and he will make his highest efforts to be happy throughout the Shabbos, he is assured to be healthy, to be healed from his illness with a great zchut of the Shabbos. Again, same promise. Because what's the teaching behind that? When a person is joyful and happy over Shabbat, that big zchut of Shabbat that he has honored, he gave the honor for Shabbat. He didn't have any. He was not sorry for anything he's going through during Shabbat, even though, in spite of that great difficulty that sick person have to come out of his position and to be happy and joyful in spite of his health conditions. So that zchut, great zchut of Shabbat, will stand for him. That Hashem will fulfill his requests, all the regrets of his heart, and the outcoming of that he's going to be cured from his illness and will come back to live his healthy life again. So we hear that if someone, again, that sickness that he had before Shabbat, if that person, and it's a mitzvah to publicize this word, because it's a phenomenal word. It's a Zohar. It's not like a promise from a big rabbi. Yes, for sure. Big rabbis are amazing and beautiful. This is a Tana who wrote the Mishnah. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai himself tells us that if a person has any shortage, if he's happy during Shabbat, if he pushes away the difficulty and the shortage that he has, the zchut of Shabbat will help him to come along and to be cured from his illness or have all the yeshuot above nature. Very good. Shabbos is the bandage. It's the bandage of the world. So definitely we should for sure make sure to have a little shluf on Friday, noon, afternoon, even late morning, just that you can make that shift, that change, because you are going to get an extra neshama, an extra Jewish neshama, boosting in our system for Shabbat Kodesh. So I wanna give you a bracha that you should have beautiful Shabbos ahead of you, that you're gonna forget all your issues, all your problems, all your desire, all your lackings, and everything is going to be fulfilled completely. We are also want to learn the halacha regarding cleaning. The activity was when they in the tabernacle, when the children of Israel were building the tabernacle, they needed to cover the Mishkan and the clothings and with the cover, right? With a curtain. And they had to whiten the wool. Whitening the wool is a process. Like you put it in water and you put it in special detergents until the wool becomes white and nice to be make a garment. So because of that activity that took place in the desert while establishing the tabernacle, we today are refraining ourselves from doing that thing to clean the wool, to make the wool ready for the activity in the Mishkan. So every laundry is not allowed on Shabbat, and it's a biblical provision, and we have to be very careful. Even if you have, let's say, a stain on your shirt or on your garment or your tzitzis, and you just put some water on it, or maybe take a wet pads, those wet tissues, just to rub it off. This is considered to be cleaning, and it's a prohibition we should not do on Shabbat. So also the activity of rubbing one piece of a cloth with another, like this, is also not to be done on Shabbat, for sure. If you see, like on your friend's garment, something that like a little something like a dust or something, you are allowed to rub it off, but not on your own clothing, because on your own clothing, person is very careful that he is not going to be clean. He's not going to be dirty with a stain or with dust. So by doing it to oneself, that's a prohibition. But doing it for someone else, you're not so much careful. You're not so much considerate about your friend's cleanliness of his garments or his clothing. So therefore, you're able to rub it off easily. Not to rub it, just to clean it up, just to make a little tap on that person's clothes to get the dirt or the dust away from his shirt. Okay, we're going to pause over here, and I want to read to you just a little bit of the parsha, which is a phenomenal parsha. The parshas Eila Dvarim. We're starting a new Chumash Dvarim, which actually was written by Moshe Rabbeinu word by word from Hashem. Moshe Rabbeinu, the book of Dvarim starts on Rosh Chodesh Adar, 6 days before Moshe Rabbeinu is about to leave the world. Moshe knows that, and he is dealing with it accordingly. Moshe Rabbeinu starts teaching Am Yisrael and giving them toichecha, kind of a rebuke, or telling them the wrong things they did in order for them to fix it. But still, with that, with being rebuking the nation of Israel, the words that Moshe Rabbeinu chooses to talk to the people of Israel is very soft and gentle. Very soft and gentle. For example, the Torah says that Moshe spoke to the nation of Israel in a place in the desert that is called Di Zahav, the place of gold. Says the Gemara over there in Brachas, Omar Rabbi Yochanan, we have searched the whole Torah, and we didn't find a place, a location that is called the place of gold, Di Zahav. There's no such place in the world. So, and the Torah says Moshe spoke to them in that location called Di Zahav. So the Gemara learns that it's not that everybody was there present at the place called Di Zahav. No. Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to them about that thing of gold, which was what? The golden calf made of gold. So he was giving them a hint. He was not telling them, you did the golden calf. You're not right. You're not good. It's a teaching how to rebuke, how to tell our people, our friends, our relatives, our family members around us, how to talk to them. Because today no one is capable of going through Musa. You can't talk to people, say you're wrong, you did the wrong thing. Even if your intentions are so great and so good and so loving, but the people are not accepted today. Everybody's bothered, on la michya, on la kalkola, on financials, emotionals, shidduchim, parnasa, illnesses, fears, bombs, shelters. I don't know, sirens, anti-Semitic. It's like a crazy world, a crazy world. And the only solution for us is to hold the Torah, hold Hashem, hold by the tzaddikim. They have the tranquility. They have the right vision. They know what's going on. Many of them know the future, and they see that's not a big thing. It's not a big deal. What's the fuss? Why are you so worried? Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Don't you know it's going to be all right? Don't you know it's going to be good? They know. So if we attach ourselves to those rabbis, those tzaddikim, who are tranquil and secure in Hashem, our life will be the same. So that's for sure a very major thing to be attached to the tzaddikim. And so, again, rebuking. When you rebuke someone, a hint, an advice for that is to talk about yourself. Let's say if the person did something wrong. Let's say he spoke with a low language, right? A bad language, or a child spoke negative. So you can tell that person, you know what happened to me today, this morning? I woke up with my left side. That was a horrible morning. And I was so upset, so nervous, and I didn't eat breakfast. And then my wife came in, and I just spoke to her so loud. I didn't mean to hurt her, but I've hurt so. And I'm so sorry for that. What can I tell you? I wish I would have shut my mouth in the morning. So the guy listens. If he's smart, he knows that you actually want to tell him that he has spoke something not so good to you. Or, find a way, find a trick, how to give the people the feeling that you're not against them. You are for them and you are with them. You love them. Because otherwise, why should they listen to you? So that's about rebuking. Moshe Rabbeinu chooses another place, another word to tell them about the water. Again, everything was hints, not straightforward, not direct. And from here would come the call, like we understand that we are not, like we understand we are not supposed to talk negative about people, about other people. Same thing, we have to realize that we should not talk evil or bad or negative about ourselves. We should look highly at ourselves. We should see how good we are. We should judge ourselves favorably, and we should look only at the good points that we have. And if we need to say something to push ourselves forward in a way, never in a bad way, always positive, and judge yourself favorably. Like, think that you actually, perhaps you didn't have any intention of doing the wrong thing. Don't go down on yourself. Don't go down on people. It's not the right approach. As I said before, people are weak. It's a very shvach, very weak generation. We're not as strong as the generations before who could stand the harshness and the musar and the leadership of change your ways, be better. Today we have to think we're already better. And if I failed, if something went wrong, it's not a crash, it's a stumbling. Again, if somebody around you have done something wrong to you, don't close the deal. Don't shut your relationship. Judge the person favorably. It's a stumble. He was mistaken. He was tired, hungry, I don't know, pressured, whatever it is. And therefore, you raise them up to a better position. So you raise yourself up to a better position. So again, we'll say goodbye now, and good Shabbos to everyone. That we're finishing another meeting of before Shabbat, of welcoming the Shabbat, of preparing for Shabbat. And may the Shabbos light shines her light to us, to you, to the whole Jewish nation, and to the whole world. The big schut of Shabbat will cure all the illnesses, And as my birthday today, I have to give you a bracha of long life, and prosperity, and growth, spiritual growth, financial growth for the good, and only good things to you, to your families, and the whole Klal Yisrael. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos, Shekoya.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Shalom. We'll see you next
Exactly.
year.
Yom Huledet Sameach, amen to your bracha.
Yeah.
If you can imagine that I twice got calls during, I had to put you on hold, and now, of course, I still need to listen to that recording. That I can't get it today.
I'll work on it.
It's in the middle of the day in New York, you know. It's like prime time business before the week is Thursday, midday. It's like things are winding up for Shabbat. I caught two important things that I think are incredible, and that is the protection of Shabbat, the anticipation. I want to tell you, last week you said something amazing, which was it was the Shomer Shamer Shabbat aspect of Yaakov, and not just in protecting, but actually expecting, right? And that was so relevant. There was a lot of stuff going on here, built crazy stuff. And I was making challah, and I was like holding on to Shabbat with all my might of the expectation that it would come. And mamash, like, you know what goes on in this house, right? So like you've seen it in action. At the table was set for Shabbat. It was very important. My son was here with his fiance. They're getting married in 2 weeks.
Wow, mazal tov.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things, and it was a very essential Shabbat because they were leaving, and we're not going to see them until the wedding. But everything was from a chaos on Thursday. By Friday, like mamash, it was the expectation that Shabbat was going to come. And I must say that I was inspired to make challah because somebody in Israel was saying, look, I can't control all the things, but I'm going to channel my nervous energy into the fact that Shabbat's coming no matter what. I'm going to make challah. And I did it here in New York. And so that was last week. But this week you said the idea that whatever might be as a challenge, that whatever you do on Shabbat can help to protect you. And so that you should go into Shabbat with the idea that not only you get that extra neshama, but that it can protect you from all of whatever the challenges you might have, like in the week. So
right.
That's the concept, right?
That's right. That's a promise from the Zohar. Rabbi Shimon had promises. The illnesses would go, shortages would go. Just I surrender. Make a servitude. Surrender to the Shabbos.
Right. By the way, I just
yourself aside and like when you meet someone great, you're in the presence of a great rabbi, right? You're becoming humble, right? You see his greatness. You're not like
to nullify yourself. Nullification.
For the Shabbat, to the Shabbat. Shabbat is coming in with all its might, all its glory, all its crown, the Keter, a Malka, Shabbos, a queen. So, and I'm required to be happy and joyful and to push away all my sadnesses and shortages. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai promises that this is going to push away your problems. So it's a
I really appreciate it. It's so great. Just to let you know, it's Raymond's mother's second yard site tonight. So if you wouldn't mind, would you please keep in mind Hannah Bat Yehuda and Hannah Bat Yehuda tonight and tomorrow. So we're going to have a Suda at the synagogue that you know well, and tomorrow to the cemetery. And again, it'll be holding on that Shabbat's coming anyway, no matter what's happening. So yeah. Anyway, really, last week was like, it's so apt. So thank you.
Thank you, Hashem. Bye.
Okay. And also, Raymond's still doing the kiddush with looking at the candles from all those months ago. And I made my challah and I put it on the table Thursday night. So I just want to tell you, like, these little golden nuggets that are so interesting. The transference of the kiddusha from the candles to the kiddush, bringing in the Shabbat early, all these things which we may know, but we can actually do on an external level. So anyway, I just want to tell you that
to be continued. We're just starting, Kim. We're just starting to explore Shabbos. Together
Great,
we'll get there.
beautiful.
Good Shabbos.
Thank you so
Shabbat
much.
shalom.
God bless you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday
Simchas.
from New York City. All the best.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.